Hello, Heather Warlick here in the OPUBCO studio with two guests, Renzai and Leanne Stone. Thank you for being with us today, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
They are here to tell us about the Isaiah Stone Pediatric Epilepsy Lecture Series that's coming up. So tell us a little bit about Isaiah Stone, who was your son with epilepsy.
Yeah, so we had a baby boy who was born perfect, and after a handful of months started having seizures. And we were, like any parent who would have a child that had anything wrong with them, we were scared and worried and upset and determined to figure out why this was happening. And after 5 months of hospital stays and emergency room visits and 2 visits out of state to specialists, we lost Isaiah. And he passed away in the middle of the night, and he was 11 months old. And it was an awful experience, but it gave both Lee and I great resolve that there are other kids out there that have epilepsy.
Right.
And the care that we have in Oklahoma isn't adequate. And nationally, we need to find a cure for this disease.
Absolutely. You told me there are 7,000 children in Oklahoma who do suffer from epilepsy, millions in the world. It's not
3 million.
3 million. It's not an uncommon disease by any means, but in Oklahoma, we are just now really, it seems like, grasping hold of the need for pediatric neurologists and the research. And you mentioned a lot of the research money is being funneled into finding new drugs rather than finding the root of the problem. So you have this lecture series coming up. This will be your second year to do the lecture series. And so why do you do it, and what's your goal?
The reason why we started it is, when Isaiah passed away, we made a promise to him and then to ourselves that we would help other families and other parents try to help their experience when they're going through this, because you feel so alone when you have a child that's sick or you have a child that passes away and you just want answers right away, and sometimes those answers are hard to get. But I hope with this Isaiah Epilepsy Lecture Series we can help give these people support that they need, the answers that they're looking for, because it's really needed here in Oklahoma.
A lot of times that outreach or that support from people, other parents that are going through the same thing, means so much.
Yes.
Well, and when you're in the middle of it, you don't have time to find all the resources. And so we don't have a child that has epilepsy anymore, but we do have the time to investigate what's out there and what resources are available. We know that there are 40 different kinds of epilepsy. We know that there are 30 different kinds of drugs. We know that 1 out of every 3 people that have epilepsy have uncontrollable seizures.
Wow.
So there's a lot of resources out there and there's a lot of great research that's taking place to try to cure this disease.
Right. 1 in 26 people will develop this disease, epilepsy, at some point in their life. That's that's pretty astounding. So you hope to raise $100,000 this year. You raised $50,000 last year, which helped to do what?
Well, so we raised $50,000, including one of our largest gifts from the Anschutz Corporation, who's the parent of OPUBCO, yes. And we're just so grateful to them. The money we raised helped train dietitians to go through a program called the Ketogenic Diet. There are certain types of diets that help children and adults, but a lot of times children, people who can't control their seizures, change their diet, and we don't know why, but we just know this diet is kind of like an Atkins diet.
It's a high protein, low carb diet, and for some reason it's really helping reduce a lot of seizures in kids.
So at the lecture, you're going to have several. You have Susan Axelrod coming. She is the founder of Cure Epilepsy. Dr. Wellis and Dr. The lecture series takes place Tuesday, November 19th. How do we get tickets?
The lecture series is Tuesday, November 19th at Wine and Palette. It's from 6:30 to 9. We're going to do a painting as a group, and the reason why we chose Wine and Palette is because, well, we want to do something different, but also there are 40 different kinds of epilepsy, and everybody's going to be painting the same picture, but everybody's will look different, which is exactly how epilepsy is. You can go ahead and tell a bit more about it.
Yeah, and so we'll have grand rounds in the morning at OU Children's Hospital with the doctors and Susan Axelrod and Dr. Whalus. And then in the afternoon, we'll have a caregiver panel where parents who have children with epilepsy can come and learn how to better care for their children. And then we'll have the fundraising. We'll have a silent auction. We'll have several hundred friends and strangers come together to try to raise money for this.
Great. So is there a website to get tickets?
The best way to get tickets would be to get online at Children's Hospital Foundation, and they have donation forms on there.
Great. Well, thanks for telling us all about it, and I wish you the best of luck. I hope you raise $200,000 this year.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.